Coach Ashley Chastain Woodard and athletes Lexi Winters and Quincee Lilio. We'll open up the coach for an opening statement.
Yeah. Obviously, it hurts, like really disappointed that we couldn't get the job done there at the end. I know these guys are really disappointed. We've got to find some way to move on from it. We've got to flush it and come back ready to play tomorrow. Obviously, UCLA figured out a way to beat us at the end. I think we made a few mistakes that really cost us throughout the game, but we talked before the game of just no lead is ever enough, and that we want to score a lot and we want to keep going. And, unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to bat last, and that was the situation that we're in, and just disappointed that we couldn't figure out how to win in the bottom of the seventh with the lead. But, it really tests who you are. It tests this kind of feeling, this adversity really tests who you are as a team. It'll test my leadership for them tomorrow. It'll test everything about who we are. And that's just postseason, and that's how it goes. So we'll be better tomorrow. We'll show up ready to play, and we just got to find some way to shake this one the rest of the day.
All right, we'll open up the questions for the student athletes first.
Quincee, Lexi, Ashley talked about trying to put it away. How easy can that be to lose in that fashion, to try to flush that?
I think we talk a lot about being present and like where our feet are. And obviously today we don't want our feet to be here right now, but tomorrow it's a new day, it's a new game. The game doesn't know what happened yesterday. The game doesn't know what happened today. So I think it's really easy for us just to focus on what the game gives us at hand for tomorrow, and we'll just take full advantage of that.
This team is really good at battling back, and just like going into tomorrow, like knowing us, we will flush today. So I have no, doubt in us tomorrow. So.
Hey Quincee, can you just kind of take us through your perspective on the RBI triple there into the gap? It seemed like you guys were kind of shaded over to the left a little bit. Were you kind of expecting Terry to maybe slap the ball to the left side of the field?
Yes, we were, and we trust our shifts 100%. It is rare for teams to beat our shifts, especially with Jory and Sam on the mound, and we're not going to change our shifts. We're still going to challenge the hitters because that's just how much confidence we have in our pitchers and in our defense in general. Like, it's rare a ball goes past us three in the outfield too. So.
Lexi, you've been having a killer weekend. Obviously, you'd have liked to win today, but you get another chance to play at home in front of friends and family. I mean, how much do you look forward to getting one more chance at home tomorrow?
I think it's awesome. There's a reason for everything. I mean, all 21 of us, we get another game at Beckham tomorrow, and I just think we'll take full advantage of that. We've seen all their top arms, and I think that we've done fairly well of hitting against them. And so that should give us a lot of confidence for tomorrow, that we've seen their best, and they haven't seen our best yet. And I think tomorrow that we'll make the adjustments that we need to, and then we'll be totally okay.
Any other questions for the athletes? I will open up the questions for Coach.
Just, obviously there's more than one play to it, but what did you see in the sixth inning on the play where I guess they called Carley out for, leaving the field? What was your perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, once the player enters the dugout, they're automatically out. So unfortunately, Carley's version was that she thought there was 2 outs. So she thought the out at home was the 3rd out of the inning. So, yeah, that was an unfortunate mental mistake on her part. I'll stand behind her on sometimes those things happen. But we had some momentum there. Who knows if we would have scored some more. But, she knew the play went home. She thought the out at home was the 3rd out of the inning, and that's why she vacated.
Hey, Ashley, can you just kind of take us through what you saw from Jory and Sam in that final inning there? And now that they've thrown twice this weekend, do you worry at all about the fact that UCLA might have a little bit more comfortability with facing those ladies?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big moment. It's a big moment, and I think, really looking back and evaluating the inning, I think the leadoff walk was really unfortunate. And I know if Jory was here, she'd say the same thing, and she's probably going to have, to figure out some way to let that moment go. But, it happened, and the 8 and the 9 hole put the ball perfectly in the field, and they haven't done that in the until that time, we had defended them and gotten them out really well all weekend, as in much of the lineup. So I and then, bringing Sam in, she was the matchup. I was just trying to change their momentum. They had a lot of momentum at the time, and it just didn't work out. So, but I stand by them. I think they're really good at their craft. I think they're really good at what they do. And, game 3 of any series, there's fatigue issues on both sides. So those guys have been challenged all year to come back on the third day and, be as good as they are. So, I have no doubt that they'll be able to do that tomorrow.
Your team has been resilient all year, bouncing back from tough moments, the few of them that y'all have had, and you've talked about preparing for postseason play all year. Does that give you some added comfort knowing that y'all have been through a little bit of adversity at this point, even though this may probably sting a little bit more than some of the others?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think as soon as we leave the facility today, I think the girls will be ready to play tomorrow. We'll find a way to kind of wash the sting of the emotion in the moment, and I have full confidence in them. We've been through a lot. And I think it tests you. It's going to test us, but, I think we're built for it, and we've shown resilience and grit all year, and, we've been with our backs against the wall multiple times since February, and we've come through a lot. So, we show up tomorrow, letting today go. And, as a staff, we'll go back and evaluate and game plan and do all that stuff. But I want these guys, to leave today just ready to play tomorrow and be themselves. And, I have full confidence that they'll do that.
You've talked a lot about the good things your team's done most of the weekend, played very well yesterday, most of the game today. Does that add an extra layer of confidence knowing you probably have been the better team on the field for most of the first few games?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they've performed really well. UCLA they're a great team, they're a great offense, and I think that we've done a good job at limiting a lot of what they have. So, yeah, I think we should have a lot of confidence going into tomorrow. I think that we've seen multiple of their arms. We saw Tinsley a full game today, so I think we're gonna have a lot of confidence in their game plan, and we should. We've played really well, other than the last bottom of the 7th for 2 games.
Any other questions for Coach? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.